Hey there, cinephiles. Today we're going to talk about Creed 3. This is the directorial debut of Michael B. Jordan, who of course plays Adonis Creed, and the 9th film in the Rocky universe. However, it's also the first film without Rocky, but I'll get more into that later. I rewatched the first two Creed films in preparation for this one, and if you asked me before watching this one if it was worth continuing the Creed franchise, I would have said no. Not because I didn't like the first two Creed films, but because it gave what I thought was a great ending for not only Adonis' storyline, but for Rocky's storyline too. Even if the overall film itself was not the best in Creed 2, it definitely landed the ending. That being said, now having seen Creed 3, I did very well enjoy the film. It's a good epilogue of sorts despite having some clear flaws. As I mentioned before, there's no Rocky Balboa in this movie, which for the most part worked just fine, but sadly Wood Harris's little Duke as Adonis' coach just did not nearly hit the same level as the dynamic between Rocky and Donnie. Even if Sylvester Stallone just made a cameo to motivate Creed or something, that would have been great. However, the parts that did not involve any coaching still worked pretty well, and I was surprised by that. But alright, getting into those that were in the film, Michael B. Jordan still very much owns this character. He did very well apart from like 2 line deliveries that just felt like the wrong take was used, but besides that, he really is able to become Adonis, and it's great. But the bigger scene stealer was of course his co-star, Stephen A. Smith. That man is a menace. Nah, I'm just kidding. But he is in the movie though, and I just remember him really being himself, which is, of course, entertaining enough. The real scene stealer, of course, was Jonathan Majors. Just like in Quantumania, he is so damn fantastic in his villainous role that you are much more captivated by him than anyone else on the screen. The way that his presence alone makes you feel off, there's this undertone of something that is bubbling. Once the reveal surfaces, Majors gives such a hammy performance, but one that fits perfectly in the dramatics of the plot. Speaking of the plot, it was a lot of interesting build-up. However, on the actual moment of victory, it felt anticlimactic. The ending was starting to get to such exciting levels visually, and I was so hooked, but then the final blow was delivered, and for as dark and difficult as it got for Adonis, the ending felt somehow easy. So I was let down a bit. Majors' Dame was developed so well to be a malicious and manipulative villain. Once the ending came, I just wish there was something more there for him, just like in Quantumania. Hopefully Magazine Dreams is a better film overall for him later this year. The final shot is a nice way to button up the film though, and potentially the whole franchise. In the first Rocky, Sylvester Stallone wrote the film and starred in it, and with Creed 3, Michael B. Jordan of course starred in it, but he was also the director. Allowing for both leads to be huge creative forces behind and in front of the camera is actually a really cool way to start and end the series. Not like they'll be making a Creed 4, right? Oh, wait. Hopefully they end it well this time, again. At least until Creed 5 is announced, of course. I give Creed 3 a 3 out of 5 stars. Overall, I liked it better than Creed 2, but it doesn't come close to the astonishing first Creed. I'm glad though that the Creed trilogy is a fun time overall, as legacy films tend to be more miss than hit. But let me know your thoughts on Creed 3 and your favorite movie in the Rocky universe down in the comments below and on our socials. And also be sure to follow us on our social media platforms for more updates for our upcoming short film, Infinite Dates. As always, thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Stay tuned for more Yeti Films content, and I'll roll at you later.